Thinking about selling your house without a real estate agent? Well, you might want to think again. Selling privately might sound like a great way to save money, but the truth is it's full of hidden dangers, tons of financial risks, lots of legal nightmares, and safety concerns. If you don't know what you're doing, you could walk into a straight line into a financial disaster. I'm going to be breaking down exactly everything that you need to know before you decide to sell privately without a real estate agent. What's up, everyone? My name is Jack Bouvier, a local real estate agent here with the Bouvier Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, helping you navigate this dynamic Saskatoon real estate market that we have. If you have any questions whatsoever about either buying, selling, or investing, love to help you out. My contact details are in the description below, along with all my free links and resources. I'd be more than happy to help you achieve financial wealth through real estate. So first, let's talk about some of the legal risks and liability. Real estate law is quite complex. One small tiny detail in a contract can cost you thousands or even a lawsuit potentially. You're legally responsible for all the disclosures of any defects in the home. If you make any small detail or one small error in the listing contract, then the buyer could come after you even after the sale is closed. So all those little details you have to be crucially diligent about because they can come back and bite you in the ass. You have to handle all the legal documents, all the closing contracts, all the legal paperwork, etc. So if anything is filled out incorrectly, the deal could collapse, or worse, you can be liable for the damages for the buyer and have a lawsuit against you. As a professional real estate agent, we fill out these contracts on a daily basis. So we're very thorough and due diligent and understand all the contract details. So we're able to protect our clients and make sure that they don't get sued. Lots of for sale by owners do end up working with a lawyer last minute to help fix any of the legal mistakes, but by the time they've already worked with a buyer and negotiated the contract and filled out all of the legal documents, by the time they hire a lawyer at the very end, it's already too late and their protection and coverage is no longer available. So that is something that is very concerning as a private seller, is you can get into these very iffy contracts that leave you with lots of damages, potential lawsuits, and lots of costs. Another thing to consider is selling privately, you don't have any insurance covering you. So that is something, us as also real estate agents, we make sure that we're protected and also we're protecting our clients. Another thing about selling for sale by owner is you often don't get the full market value for your home. Most for sale by owners do end up selling for less. Studies have shown that a for sale by owner house sells on average between about 5 to 10% less than a house that was listed with a real estate agent. Without a professional market analysis, you may be undervaluing your home and leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Overpricing a property is also a major issue because home buyers aren't even going to be looking at the home if it's priced too high. Another thing to considering is when a buyer sees a house that's for sale by owner, lots of the time they think that they could take advantage of the seller because they don't have a real estate agent negotiating for them, protecting them, etc. And they think that they can get a deal by trying to swindle the seller by negotiating themselves on the property. Depending on the seller, this might not be the case, but again, knowing the negotiations and all the tactics that go along with a private sale, if it's an experienced buyer going against an inexperienced seller, then it's going to ultimately leave the seller with a lower net sale price. But also by just not being up to date with the market, what's going on, what's the true value of your home, how to market, how to price, how to negotiate your home for its ultimate true price for the property, then you're ultimately and most oftentimes going to be less with less in your pocket. Pricing your property right is absolutely critical. And by pricing your property right, it does acquire that we as real estate agents have access to the trends in the neighborhood, some comparable sales, etc. Lots of for sale by owners use online estimates and the active properties that are on the market to gauge what their house is worth. They see one house that's listed for $550,000 and they think their house is better than that one, so they're going to list it for $560,000. However, that house at $550,000 may not sell for $550,000. It may be way overpriced at maybe its true value is only $500,000. You don't really know. And by knowing the actual sold data and the trends of the neighborhood and what is currently happening in the market, if it's seller's market, buyer's market, then you're not going to know how to truly price your property correctly to get you the highest net sale price. Also, lots of those online sites that you may see on Zillow or realtor.ca or .com that estimate your home value aren't that accurate either. It does require a lot of understanding of the market, what other properties are selling for, the true condition of your house, the seasonality of timing your property, etc., to ultimately list your property at the right price. Another big warning is that buyers that are working with an agent are going to expect you to lower your price because they're going to be assuming that you aren't paying a real estate commission. This means that you could lose even more money if you had just worked with an agent. Now, another big thing to consider is the safety and security risks by selling your house privately. Do you really want strangers walking into your house? Because there's a lot of weirdos in this world nowadays. For sale by owners have absolutely no way to pre-screen buyers before showings. Anyone can simply walk into your house and request to see a showing. Whether this person is a scammer, a fraudulent person, a criminal, or a murderer, there's no way to verify the actual legitimacy of these people if they're actually even serious about buying a house. So they could just be wasting your time. And yeah, you can be asking questions. Hey, are you a criminal? Obviously, they're going to say no. So it is very scary to just let anyone into your home. As a real estate agent, it is our responsibility to protect our clients and make sure that we're not wasting their time, we're not wasting our time, and we're vetting the buyers. We have a full process to do so to make sure that every person coming into the home is serious, capable, willing, and able to purchase your house and isn't going to just waste our time. And you're going to be protected by not having strangers come into your house, protecting your confidential information as well, and not wasting your time, and not letting just any strangers come and look at your house. There's all sorts of horror stories about theft and fraud and home invasions. You never know if a criminal or that TV show murderer is going to come in your house, lock the door behind you with an axe or a knife in their pocket. Who knows what's going to happen? The world is freaking crazy now. So be careful. That's all I'm saying to you. You don't want to let anyone into your house. Be careful because you don't want anyone into your house. There are seriously crazy people out there and you want to make sure that you're safe. You're not letting any stranger walk into your house and risk your security, your home valuables, and as well just your time as well. So be careful and make sure that you're being protected. Even open houses too, for that matter. By having an open house by yourself, you're opening up the door to all sorts of people, whether it's a homeless person just walking in high on some sort of drugs, and who knows what may happen. So again, be careful with open houses. I'd highly recommend, if you are going to do open houses as a private seller, then to make sure you have a friend or family member with you to protect you just in case, because again, you never know who's just going to randomly walk into your house. Make sure you're protected. Now, the last piece is about just the stress and the time-consuming factor that goes along with selling your house privately. Selling privately takes so much more time than you might think. You're going to be responsible for scheduling all the showings, all the marketing, all the negotiating, and handling all the paperwork by yourself. And if you have a full-time job, then you're going to understand that it's a lot more to handle than you might think. Managing all the buyer inquiries, scheduling the open houses, marketing the open house, and handling all the negotiations and offers if you do get lots can seem like a full-time job. Most for sale by owners underestimate the amount of work that's involved, leading to so many delays, mistakes, legal complications, and lawsuits. It's not fun. And what I mentioned before too, negotiations are not in your favor as a private seller, as lots of times buyers see this as an opportunity to get a deal because they're not represented by a professional real estate agent that's going to negotiate hard for the sale price of their house. They realize that it's a vulnerable seller that is private sale, that is selling by themselves, and can negotiate more aggressively to get a better deal on the property. Without experience, sellers often can cave under pressure and accept lower offers than they actually should and what their property is truly worth. Real estate agents are going to be handling all the negotiations professionally, saving you so much time, stress, and ensuring that you get the highest net sale price for your house. Lots of for sale by owners just get frustrated after months with no offers and end up hiring a real estate agent anyways, wasting time and money in the process. I know selling your house privately might seem like a way to save money, but the risks often weigh the rewards. Legal pitfalls, loss of profits, tons of safety concerns, and just the sheer amount of work that's involved with navigating this tough road alone is not a fun process. If you want to sell your house safely for top dollar and without all the headaches and time-consuming stress, feel free to give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help. My contact details are in the description below. I'd be more than happy to help you see what works and help you achieve your real estate goals.